Welcome to Discovering. In the fall, we can do it all. Hunting, fishing, or just sightseeing. Sometimes you just gotta spend a day in the woods. And we'll spend an evening on the water walleye fishing.
About 21, 22 inch.
Stick around, it's Monday night and time for Upper Michigan's very own Discovering.
The secret streams that flow beneath the cliffs of colored stone. Forest thick and healthy with birch and pine and oak. Surrounded by the greatest lakes this world has ever known. The black bear's awesome presence as he roams the hills and fields. Call of the timber wolf, the loon's lonesome trill. The eagle soaring high above, the trout lies deep and still. These are what I treasure, the only way I measure feelings that I have for this fine land. There is so much to discover when you're a long-time lover of northern Michigan.
Fall is a great time to be outdoors. And a day in the woods is great. But a night on the water ain't so bad either. I had the opportunity to tag along for an evening of walleye fishing with a few guys, including my son.
We're out here trying to get some afternoon walleyes in Little Bay De Noc. Start off with some bandits, some deep bandits, some reef runners.
Love it. Look at the bass.
In about 20 feet of water, trying to get these baits about 2 foot off the bottom. We're gonna run them back 60. Fishing out on the bay, you just never know what you're gonna get. Pretty smallie. That thing has beautiful markings. Jeez. Get the shallow game going. Well, we're gonna move in and try to pull some shallower baits up in a little shallower. Bite wasn't going out deep. That one just flipped. Yep. Go. Autopilot there. No, he's dead at 20 right there.
Be all right. He's coming. There you go. Off in the net.
Look back on your light.
About 21, 22 inch. Nice one. This is our new tree that swivels 360 degrees infinitely. It's got a lever that you just flip and you can real easily turn it to position to either get a rod out a little bit easier because you're angled toward what's pulling against you. And then you got, you know, multiple ways that you can position infinitely all the way around in a circle if you choose. And then one little lever locks it. Kind of a built-in safety feature as well, because if you do hit a dock with this, it's going to force the mechanism around. It's not a positive lock, but it's positive enough for fishing applications. It's a newer product in our lineup. We originally started with what we call the rod dog. It holds 8 rods at once. It pivots for transporting. So that way your rods aren't up 15, 16 feet in the air when you're traveling up the road. When you get to your garage, they're already positioned in a downward position and you can back in without wrecking any of your rods. Started that in 2017 and started evolving products. We're working on some horizontal trees as well. But everybody seems to like the vertical trees for that safety mechanism that's built in when they come into the docks.
Ever notice how sometimes one guy seems to catch all the fish?
Yep, there's one on there.
And on a lure that's not supposed to catch all the fish.
The blue bomber. Not a monster. Shun the non-believers. I do. I got one more. Nice eater. Good one. Yeah. You're right. Nice and steady. Lift him up. Got him. Off in the net.
Good? Good. Fall is an amazing time of year in the Upper Peninsula, particularly if you enjoy the outdoors. Hunting, maybe? You can hunt grouse, woodcock, pheasant,
Shot.
ducks, geese, turkey, bear, and deer all in the same day if you like. If you're a trapper, your months of preparation are done and it's time to make it work. Maybe some fishing. Walleyes and smallmouth are fattened up and hungry for more. And fall is arguably the best time of year to sneak up on a brookie adorned in full spawning colors. Speaking of colors, the woods are filled with the most amazing natural display of color imaginable. The sweet smell of dried maple and aspen leaves fills the air. Yeah, fall in the UP is as good as it gets anywhere. Each of these traits of fall provides a great excuse for getting into the woods. But do we really need an excuse? Sometimes you just gotta stop and smell the leaves. Throw out all of the reasons for not going and embrace the reasons to go. So it was a beautiful September morning. I watched the sun peek through the trees and gradually light up the day. The sky was as clear as it gets. That was all I needed to convince me to drop whatever I was doing and satisfy my craving to hit the woods. Hunting? Yes. Fishing? Yes. Sightseeing? Yes. But mostly just to be in the woods. So I packed up a pile of gear and headed out. matter where you live in the UP, you need not go far to be amazed. So I decided to start out close to home and see where that led. Pretty much any direction you choose this time of year, your trip begins with a color tour. It's the end of September, so my last chance to get in some brookie fishing. No secret spot, no prize fishing hole, just a spot along the road. The UP is home to a number of blue ribbon trout streams. I doubt very much this one would be classified as such, but it's exactly what I like. Just a small stretch of creek that meanders through some backwoods piece of UP lowland. No monster trout live here. Even a big one would be about as rare as finding another fisherman on the stream. But that's okay. It's a beautiful fall day, and I'm fishing for brook trout. Before moving on to any more fishing, I decided I would satisfy my urge to hunt. So I grabbed the shotgun and went for a walk. Slim chance of a bird for me. I'm typically way too impatient to walk a speed slow enough that I would recognize a hiding bird before he caught me trudging through the leaves. But, well, that's okay. It's a beautiful fall day, and I'm hunting birds. After an hour or so of sneaking around, I was back on the trail to the next trout stream. Of course, that means more color tour. It also means more bird hunting. It's hard to pass up an area that looks birdy. Plus, I need something for dinner, so I'll take every opportunity I can get. And there you have it. Dinner. I did some fishing. I did some hunting. I even managed to shoot some dinner. Now some relaxing. Just driving. Cruising through the fall woods, enjoying the scenery. Much in the same way it's hard to pass up an area that looks birdy, it's tough to pass up a spot that looks fishy. It's great to spend the morning sneaking down a backwoods trout stream. but driving around hitting culverts ain't a bad way to spend an afternoon. I'm always amazed by those things we can find right here in our UP backyard that others travel miles to experience. That grouse in my cooler is on today's menu, and I was starting to get hungry. So I headed south to one of my favorite spots, the Menominee River. I couldn't picture a better setting for dinner, and since I was in the area, a stop off at Pemmican Falls seemed to be a good addition to the sightseeing portion of my day. There are certainly a number of reasons we hunt and fish. One near the top of the list is food. Just upriver from Pemmican Falls is the perfect spot for dinner. Grouse and beans may not qualify as a 5-star meal in many places, but here, along the shore of the Menominee River, on a sunny fall day in the Upper Peninsula, I can think of nothing else I'd rather eat. Nobody that hunts would argue the fact that there's just something about cooking what you caught or grilling what you shot. Knowing that what you're cooking came directly from nature to your plate is never a bad thing. I shot it, I cleaned it, I prepared it, and I'm going to eat it. And so my day in the UP fall woods came to a close. And having dinner on the banks of the Menominee River is not at all a bad way to end it. I really didn't do a lot of anything, but everything I did made for a great day in the woods. Is there some moral to this story? Some meaning behind all of it? I don't know. It's just a day in the woods. I guess that's the point of it. It's just a day in the woods. It's simple. Because of where we live, we can do this any day, anytime. You don't really need a plan. Just hop in a car and drive 5 minutes and you're at your destination. Then spend the rest of the day checking it out. Am I going to do it again? You bet. Maybe next time I'll bring a kayak or a canoe. Maybe I'll do some pheasant hunting or try some goose hunting. Or I could start out with some bow hunting and then go fishing. Maybe I'll bring the camper, or better yet, maybe a tent, making an overnighter. That's it for tonight. Get out and enjoy the UP Fall Woods. Congratulations to any lucky hunters in this past weekend's Independence Hunt. And to Carrie Thompson, who shot her first black bear in Menominee County on October 4th. The bear weighed in at 452 pounds. Keep on hunting. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week right here on Upper Michigan's very own Discovering.